Hey guys, welcome back. Hope you had a good day in the market. Sorry I didn't have a video yesterday. I did take trades. I'll get into it. Today's Thursday, September 25th. Thanks for being here. We're going to review 0-day options day. I took on SPY and look at some analysis. I actually didn't chart today. I just looked at Emperor's and Eric's charts, and yeah, Eric is SPY day trading on YouTube, and he's got a Discord, and link for that's in the description. So yeah, I'm gonna show you his chart today. I was kind of going back and forth between those two. Yesterday, it was a bad day for me. It was a red day. Red on the small account, red on the big account. Yeah, it was a pretty red day for the big account, bigger than I've had in a while, and I just was kind of frustrated with myself. And I didn't feel like doing a video. So anyways, but yesterday I had a nice, it was pretty grindy, and then it just kind of fell off, but had a nice inverse cup right here, and then a handle. I don't even really remember my trades yesterday. I think. Oh, yeah, I got stopped because of their lines. This broke out of it. I got puts right here, and then this broke out, and I stopped, and then that happened. So that was one thing that was frustrating for sure. Happened a couple times, and yeah, it was. So yesterday I was a red, 20 bucks on the small account, which is pretty large because the account was only at like 130 at that point. So it brought it down to around $100, and I was like, bumming. So I won't review yesterday. We will go over today though. Today's price action. Yesterday wasn't too bad, really. I mean, it was a little bit grindy, but the range ended up being pretty large, and yeah, there were trades in there. After that inverse cup and handle form, that was a nice trade. Hard to catch the beaming stuff. Like there's ways to catch that. You have to check out Eric's Discord. I'm pretty sure he caught a trade in there. Some trades here too, but yeah, I'm not gonna go over that. Anyways, today was a little more clear and a larger range. So I'm just gonna show you. I was mostly looking at. Well, actually, I was kind of going back and forth because Eric will kind of stop trading in the middle, or stop charting in the middle of the day, and then Emperors will start charting, and then we'll kind of go back and forth. And today their charts were quite a bit different. So, yeah, that's interesting. He's not copying him. Sorry, I'm trying to turn that down a little bit. There we go. So here's Emperor. Shout out this guy. He's on his Discord. I actually wasn't there. Sorry, I'm kind of nasally. I didn't show up until like here, 10:30. So I missed this trade in the morning. Not to say I would have caught it anyways, but yeah, he had a nice little retracement trade there. Let's see. My first trade. Yeah, so yesterday I was down quite a bit on the big account, and then I came up and like got to break even. And you know what happens after that? I kept trading, and I think I got even a little bit green, and then I kept trading and went down, and I went down much more than I was even at the beginning of the day. So yeah, today, kind of the same thing. I started down, and I came up. Let me just go through it. First trade for me on this small account it was a red trade, very tight stop. 10:20 or 12:25. I got a call. So I considered the puts here just on a break of this. I almost got him in here, and that would have been a good one. He didn't have this line at that point, so I'm trying to figure out why he got it there. Maybe just because if it broke above this liquidity, he'd stop. I'm not sure. I maybe would have gotten on a break of this magenta, but I didn't get it there. Where I did get that was a big account. No, I missed the calls right here. I was really considering it, and I didn't, and it went up, and I was pretty upset I missed that. And then right here, I think I was on the big account. I'm not going to review all the big account trades, but yeah, this was on the big account. I got puts just for retracement, respecting this this algo right here. I got puts like here. This candle happened, it came up, big green broke out, and I closed it. I stopped out. Super annoying that to happen. And then it came down. It's not like this was huge, but actually the range today was pretty large. So even this move right here, that probably was like 100%, honestly, if you got a nice fill on both ends. I did then, I want to see, I think I got calls there. I just want to check there real quick. See what happened. I did, yeah. No, I missed it. That was so annoying. There was 2 trades today on the big account where I limit ordered and it didn't fill. So then I was like, this is so dumb. I'm gonna start market ordering again. It's just like that little bit of cushion that I like. If I can get a nice limit order fill. Thank you. Yeah, so that was the first one. Hold on, sorry. Wasn't gonna review this, but let me just see real quick. So nasally. Yeah, okay, so that was that stop right there. Just making sure. And then puts again 54, 12. Yeah, I stopped there also. Oh, so I missed the calls? I thought I got calls there. Oh no, yeah, that's right, I missed it. So you can see right here, 11:30 I tried to get calls, limit. Literally at the very beginning of that candle, and it just went without me. Like, ah. And this honestly would have been probably over 100% because the moves today were pretty large. $54 to 1201. So this was kind of the same idea as back here, I believe. Yeah, it came down. Did I catch that? Yes, I did. Okay. Or I tried to. Oh yeah. So first trade on the small account was at 12.25. Got 2 of them for calls. This was frustrating. So right there I got a call on that green one. Yeah. Oh, actually this wasn't too bad. What I was doing, I was trading both accounts actually simultaneously. So I got calls right here at 12.25 for the reason of, well, magenta being my stop and a nice cup that formed here, looking for a handle and an inverse head and shoulder with maybe a mini inverse head and shoulder. And yeah, then using magenta as my stop. So it hadn't fully tested magenta, but it doesn't always. So yeah, I got a call there, got 2, came down, I just held, and then I thought on the big account I did it too. Oh, this actually filled, yeah. 12.2, 12. Oh, I was trading all over the place. What? Oh, I got a little trade in there. It's stupid. I didn't realize I was building liquidity like that. Here we go. 12.25. I got 10 with a strike. A strike was up for the gap fill, so pretty far out of the money. That's why I was able to get so many. Why I got so many. So I got 10 at 12.25 and 10 more at 12.30. I averaged into them. So yeah, I got on the small account and the big account right here. Came up, and my strike was like up here for the gap fill. Came up, came down. I'm like, oh boy. Not looking at the P&L, not looking at the cost of the positions or whatever. It is so beneficial whether you're green or red. Excuse me, just literally trade the chart. And then on this candle, at the beginning of it, I got 10 more. You can see the strike. You can see the price. So it was 115, and then they went down to 90 cents on it at 12.30. These are all the same strike. Yeah. Okay. And then I just sold them little by little. Probably held too many. I got big eyes and thought I was just gonna fill the gap, and these were gonna go crazy. I was selling them one at a time to try and slow myself down. So I had 20 though. 31, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. So sold one basically each minute. Filled at 90 cents. My best sell on it was, yeah, 155. Yeah, so I guess that wasn't 100%. I thought it was. No, not quite 100%, but nice sells anyways. Felt good on this one. So 31, 33, 34, 35, 36. 36 I sold 4 of them. I'll tell you why. Where are we? Right here. Yeah, it was just basically 2 big candles. So nice big candle here, 30, 31, 32, 33. I was selling because the top of this orange. I was hoping for a high of day for my big sell, and then gap fill for like the rest, but I was just holding too many. And then on either Eric's or Emperor's, it broke that. Okay, so I was just selling them through here, and then I wanted to sell at least half or get down to like 5 if it broke this orange, and it did. And it was too many. I was holding too many there because I missed a lot of the profit, really. Still a nice green trade, but everything I was down before then I was almost back to break even. I was just down a little bit at that point. So yeah, 1236. And then, yeah, I sold 5. That was only for 110, so that was just a small gain. And then I stopped out of the last 5. For break even, my average cost was 95 cents on it. So yeah, the last 10, it's basically half of them. Yeah, I just didn't exit very well. Needed to be taking more in here. Oh, there it was. No, I thought there was 100%. Yeah. So 90 cents to 190. That was my best exit at 1233. So yeah, that's over 100%, right? Yeah. So just in that tiny move from 1230 to 1233. Literally right here. Like 3 candles. It was over 100%, just those candles right there. But yeah, I needed to sell more. Oh well. It helps so much to be changing your position size. Like that's the problem with a small account, is you have no flexibility in position sizing. You really need to be able to trade small and trade big. And if you're just going all in every time, it's you got to get out of that as quick as you can. Yeah, stopped. Yeah, some red trades in here, some green trades. Actually, this is a pretty nice one. Oh, yeah, stopped out of that one. I'm not going to reveal. I'm just going to review my final trade that was amazing. Oh, this is it, actually. Yeah. Cool. So I didn't trade too much. Bought 2 and then bought 4 more. 126 and 128. These are puts. Go over my reasoning a little bit. So we had tapering, right, in magenta. There was a gap up there, but on the 30-minute, we were rejecting. This is Eric's chart. 5-day trading. The 30-minute, we're rejecting this yellow. So this was 12:30. This was the 1 o'clock. And let's see, what time did I say? Hey, I'm so stuffed. It's like I'm in the ocean also, and it just makes me way more stuffy. But it's like good because it's cleaning me out. 126, 128. Okay, yeah. So it broke this final magenta. Completed this inverse cup, but it kind of just blew through it. And so I'm looking for, oh, and then also it broke this blue, which I don't even think Eric had this. And then it bounced up and was starting to reject that blue. That's my first entry on there, right there. 126, and then 128, I got in more. And I started scaling up on this thing because it was a nice break and retest. And I think my second one, yeah. So I got 65.90 on the first entry, and then 65.80 on the second one. Reason for those strikes. This is a SPY chart. 65.90. Let's see, 65.90 was like right here. I just wanted something that was just a little closer. It was like right here. And then I'm looking at the SPX chart in the other screen. And then 65. Wait, 65.90. Okay, here we go. 65.90, 65.80. 65.80. I guess we're just a little lower. Yeah, okay, so that was for basically low a day. 65.80 was like right down here. So I wanted to be in the money if it got to low a day. So, and then managing this, I think I had more. Yeah, okay, so I bought, oh yeah, that's right, okay. I can't forget this part. I bought 3, the 65.90s at 121. Okay, yeah, on the break, I think. Yep. So it was a bad entry. It was on this red candle. Wasn't even on that, or no, it was on this one. No, wait, that's 120. Yeah, it was on this candle. I was a little late on it. It's bad to buy into this bad slippage. So I got 3 there. It comes down. They go a little bit green, and I sold 1 out of the 3 just because it was up, and I wanted to just realize some gains. Yeah, that's right here. So I got it at 540, sold 1 at 680 at 121. So same candle. But then I thought the move might continue, and at the very least, if it retraces and gives me a nice show of resistance, I'll get more, and that's where these come in. The 2 and then the 4. So at this point I had 4 of the 65.90s and then 4 of the 65.80s. And then we started selling. And this was a long process. So all this while, I also still had my small account put, where I also got at that 120. Wait, oh, I didn't show you guys. Okay. I'm going to show you the account at the end. The small account. Yeah, 125. 125, I also got to put a 655 put on SPY, which is basically low of day. So it would have been in the money at low of day. So I got that on, wait, 125. Oh, yeah, okay, I got that one on the retrace. Nice. So I got that on this retrace. So not as bad of a fill as that one. Managing 2 actually helped me a lot in this scenario because the small account, it would have been very hard to hold. Since I only have 1 contract. That's right, I only had 1 contract on the small account. So let me show you what happened here. So I had a big position at this point. Only taking tiny profit, and small account had it open also. And I'm basically trying to manage this. Active Trader Pro is pretty slow also, so it takes a lot of management. 132, 137, 140, 132, 137, 140. I had reasons for all my exits. Okay, so it starts coming down. 132 right here. First exit right here, magenta, in case it still wants to build liquidity and come back up. So that's my first exit. I think I maybe took some more. Yeah, I took another one there. Next exit. I wanted it to be this line and then low of day. I don't think I was able to hold that long. No, not quite. 132, 137, 140, 144. Yeah, I sold one in here. So the selling got so much slower. It really slowed down. And so I was like, you know, I'm just going to keep taking some profits in here. On Eric's chart, it kind of kept moving. Had the blue lines and it kept breaking out of it and breaking out. I'm like, yeah. I mean, it's still good. The problem is my stop is way up here. And the selling is so slow, it very well could reverse. So otherwise, sure, yeah, holding the whole position down here would have been up 20K today. But that just would have been poor risk management. So yeah, I sold slowly in here. As you can see, all these ones, but there's still good gains. I mean, from 540, $5, 310, those are all my entries. I was selling at 630, 730, 720. Oh yeah, to start, I was selling in the money, the higher strikes first, because they were getting in the money, and I was holding. So that was kind of my other plan. I was like, all right, I'll just sell all the higher in the money ones first, and then I'll kind of have a second wave that's lower. It's a lower strike. So sold all of these by 147. Let's see. No, I still had, oh yeah, okay. Last one for the 65.90s was at 144. Oh yeah, did I end up getting out of all those right there? Yeah, I didn't have enough patience for this line, I guess. Okay. Yep. Yeah, that was it. I mean, the selling was very slow. I just wanted to realize gains, but I should have. Yeah, I don't know. Hard to know, really. I mean, because one big green candle, which could have just wiped out everything. So I'm happy that I did it. Yeah, and then I started selling the 6580s, the deeper out of the monies at 147. So this is when I was actually waiting more for the profit targets, I think, I hope. Yeah, so that was this one, remember blue? I sold the first of the second batch right here. And that first one I sold from there was actually over 100%. No, I'm sorry. That was that one. Okay, so that was 310 to $4. I actually didn't move that much just because it was such slow selling and it was kind of out of the money. That's the thing. So I got it here, right? And there, it just went so slow. If it was in the money, that would have been a better trade. The other ones move more. But once this gets closer to the money, then it really starts to crank. I'll show you what I'm talking about. And then let's see, 140, 157. So 10 minutes later, yeah, I was just sitting on these things. 10 minutes later, sold another one for 650, 57 right here. Wait, that's one we already did. Never mind. Yeah. 47.57. Okay. Yeah, $4 and then 650. So that was 100%. Okay, that makes a little more sense. Yeah, okay, that was 100%, that other one. This one was at 147. Sorry, I tried to have this put on the chart. I need to just probably do it. Yeah, okay, so that first one was 100% on that line. The next one was at 2 even. So on this line was 100% right here. From there. And then 2 o'clock even right here on the 2 o'clock candle. That was low of the day. Hit my bell. I had an audible bell for low of the day to sell. And I sold only one there. And then I remembered on the small account. Here we go. I was like, oh yeah. I literally forgot about it, which is the best. And it just worked out because I was distracted with managing all these. Because I didn't end up selling it through all of that, just grind and chop, which is good. So my bell dinged, it was at low a day, and here's the small account. So yesterday I was down, like I said, this was at like $100 today. So one red trade, tiny red trade, and then one, I don't know, is that like 250%? No, something like that. 30 cents to $1.02. So 125 to 202. So bell dinged, I'm like, I don't know. I mean, it was low of day and 20 day was right here, which I think we can get that on Eric's chart. Yeah, here's Eric's chart. So right at 2 was low of day, and then 202 was 20 day. I was like, all right, I just got to sell this thing. So I sold it on there, super pumped. I ended up having a huge bounce, which after the win on that, I was like, I wasn't in the game, you know what I mean? I was just too frothy, so I missed this bounce. If I get back focused, I suppose if I didn't look at my P&L at that point, it would have helped. I definitely was like, I gotta see what happened. So I did. If I hadn't though, potentially I would have gotten a bounce on the break of this blue. So yeah, let's see. Yeah, 206. This was the biggest gainer right here. 6,580. So $3.10 at 128. $10.40 at 206. So whatever that is, actually that's about the same percentage as the small account, right? Oh, the small account was actually a bigger gainer. No, they're about the same, 250 or 300%, something like that. And yeah, it was only one, and I think that's probably the right way to trade it, more or less. Of course, in hindsight, it's like I could have held all of them to the end of day, low a day, whatever. But yeah, I don't know. I guess if I was more diligent in charting like myself, I just kind of didn't. I could have charted maybe some ones here and just, you know, done that to protect my risk. But yeah, didn't catch the bounce. Did one final little trade, small little red trade, and I was like, I'm done. So up big on the big account, which is good because yesterday was a big red day. I more than made up for yesterday in a big way. And then good on the little account. I think I got to be patient. It's going to be so much easier to be patient and only take good trades once you're starting to make more money. I can see it. I can tell. Because you're not making much money, you're just like wanting to take so many trades and all these little, yeah. But if you can really grasp it in your head, and I know I've thought about it, but it's just the scale. Like if you can just scale up, you don't need 100% or whatever, 20%, 15%. And then every now and then you'll get one where you get, 300%. And that's not for the whole position. That's for a very small amount of the position. And it's going to probably end up being that last 5% of my positions that win me the most money. Yeah. So anyways, I don't know. I'm excited. I want to be careful tomorrow. Going up tomorrow easy. Being a Friday and being up, I don't want to be overconfident. Thanks for watching. Sub up, like up, comment down. Happy Monday sticks around. Shout out to Emperor and Eric at Spy Day Trading. Peace out.